children, have you ever wondered how rain is formed or clouds are formed? Let's learn about how rain is formed and about the water cycle with this experiment. We require a big bowl, a cup with some pebbles inside, a food color, here I am using turmeric, some ice cubes, hot water and plastic sheet. Be careful when you are using heat and sharp objects. Do it under adult supervision. Now I'm going to pour this hot water inside this big bowl. Add some food color. And place this empty glass with some pebbles inside this big bowl. Now we have to cover this bowl with the plastic sheet. Now place the ice cubes exactly on top of the cup which is inside. Watch what's happening. Can you see the water vapor is trapped inside this plastic sheet? Water covers 70% of Earth's surface. Where do we get water from? Water is available in 3 physical states of matter: gas, liquid and solid. When sun shines on Earth, the heat received from the sun heats up the water. The water on the surface turns into vapor and goes into the air. This happens on the surface of the oceans, rivers, lakes, and when plants transpire, when we sweat too. The formation of water vapor is called evaporation. Evaporation can happen at any temperature. When the water is hot, it is faster. You can see the steam getting formed inside this bowl and getting trapped inside this plastic sheet. Now water is in gaseous state. The heat which is in the water which we have poured inside the bowl is getting into the gaseous state and it is called water vapor. And it is trapped inside this plastic sheet. What happens to the water vapor? Where does it go? The vapor formed rises in the air and reaches the upper atmosphere. Now here the vapor is rising into the air and consider this as the upper atmosphere. When the water vapor rises high and high, it cools down, like in the ice cubes. The water molecules of the water vapor gather together and form into a tiny little droplets. Can you see just underneath this part? It is getting trapped as tiny droplets. And it is in the form of clouds. Consider these ice cubes as clouds. This process is called condensation. Condensation is the process in which gas changes into a liquid when it touches a cooler surface. Now the water is in liquid state. It is the opposite of evaporation. Let's wait for few more minutes and see what happens when the water is in liquid state in the upper atmosphere. What happens when there are lots of water droplets in the cloud? Clouds grow bigger and becomes heavy. Too heavy so that they cannot stay up in the air. Due to gravitational force, they fall back to the earth in the form of rain, snow or hailstorm. So, precipitation is any liquid or frozen water that forms in the atmosphere and fall back to the earth. Let's wait for a few more minutes and see how the water is getting precipitated and gets collected in the glass. Here water may be in the solid state. When it is in the form of ice, that's how rain is formed. Let's wait for a few more minutes and observe what is happening. It's been 10 minutes now since we started this experiment. The clouds, that is ice, are melting and the water is getting collected slowly inside the glass which we have kept inside the big bowl. That is, precipitation is happening. Let's wait for few more minutes and see how much water it is collected in the glass. Children, it's been 20 minutes now and you can see the clouds are totally melted and the water is getting collected inside the glass which we have kept in the warm bath. Let's open and see the plastic. Let's open the plastic cover and see what's happening inside and how much water is collected in the glass. Let's make sure that this water doesn't drip inside the glass. You can see the water collected. Let's see whether the water is collected down. Can you see? The water has precipitated. This much water is collected and the color of the water is not affected in this glass. It's clean and pure water. Try this experiment at home and see if it rains.